You are listening to the Bitcoin Primitives Podcast, dedicated to Bitcoin culture, education, and history.
Jacob Appelbaum, born 1 April 1983, is an American independent journalist, computer security researcher, artist, and hacker. He has been employed by the University of Washington and was a core member of the Tor project, a free software network designed to provide online anonymity. Appelbaum is also known for representing WikiLeaks. He has displayed his art in a number of institutions across the world and has collaborated with artists such as Laura Poitras, Trevor Pegland, and IYY. His journalistic work has been published in Der Spiegel and elsewhere. Appelbaum has been repeatedly targeted by U.S. law enforcement agencies, who obtained a court order for his Twitter account data, detained him at the U.S. border after trips abroad, and seized his laptop and several mobile phones. Under the handle IOError, Appelbaum was an active member of the Cult of the Dead Cow hacker collective from 2008 to 2016. He was the co-founder of the San Francisco hackerspace Noise Bridge with Mitch Altman. With several others, he co-founded the Seattle Privacy Coalition, an advocacy group. He worked for Kink.com and Greenpeace, and volunteered for the Ruckus Society and the Rainforest Action Network. The Tor Project and several other organizations ended their association with Appelbaum in June 2016, following several allegations of sexual abuse. Appelbaum has denied the allegations. Various activists and others publicly supported Appelbaum, voicing concerns about due process, trial by social media, and questioning the reliability of the claims. The affair has had repercussions in the online privacy advocacy world. While U.S. news media treated the allegations as credible, reporting in Germany, where Appelbaum lives, was sharply critical. No legal action has been taken by either Appelbaum or any accuser. Early life and education. Appelbaum says that he tested out of high school and attended junior college briefly before he stopped college and continued his education. In a wide-ranging interview with Rolling Stone magazine in 2010, Appelbaum revealed that, "I come from a family of lunatics, actual raving lunatics." He stated that his mother is a paranoid schizophrenic. She insisted that Jake had somehow been molested by his father while still in her womb. He was taken away from his mother by his aunt when he was 6. 2 years later, he was placed in a children's home in Sonoma County. At age 10, his indigent father was awarded custody of him. Having been introduced to computer programming by a friend's father, Appelbaum said, "saved his life. The internet is the only reason I'm alive today." As of 1 September 2015, Appelbaum is a PhD student studying under Tanja Lang and Daniel Bernstein at the Eindhoven University of Technology. Career: journalism. Appelbaum was among several people to gain access to former NSA contractor Edward Snowden's top-secret documents released in 2013. He has contributed extensively as a journalist to the publication of those documents. On 23 October 2013, Appelbaum and other writers and editors at Der Spiegel reported that their investigations had led German Chancellor Angela Merkel to confront the U.S. government over evidence that it was monitoring her personal cell phone. U.S. President Barack Obama issued an ambiguously worded denial and apology. The Der Spiegel team reported on the resulting controversy and detailed a further claim that the Embassy of the United States, Berlin, was being used as a base of operations for electronic surveillance of its German ally. The BBC commented that this scandal has caused one of the biggest diplomatic rifts between Germany and the U.S. in recent years. At the scandal's peak, Merkel compared the National Security Agency with the East German Stasi secret police during an angry conversation with Obama. The Der Spiegel's team reporting about Merkel earned the 2014 Henry Nannen Prize for investigative journalism. Appelbaum shared the prize with Der Spiegel writers and editors Marcel Rosenbach, Horst Schindler, and Hugo Stark. A few days later, he provoked a furor by condemning Nannen, the prize's namesake, for his Nazi collaboration, declaring that he would have his bronze bust of Nannen melted down and recast, and donate his prize money to anti-fascist groups. On 28 December 2013, at the Chaos Communication Congress, he presented documents showing that the NSA can turn iPhones into eavesdropping tools and has developed devices to harvest electronic information from a computer even if the computer is not online. An investigative team at Der Spiegel, including Appelbaum, simultaneously published their findings, along with a descriptive list of the surveillance devices making up the NSA ANT catalog. On 3 July 2014, German broadcaster NDR/ARD carried disclosures by Appelbaum and others about the operation of NSA's top-secret X-Keyscore surveillance software, including source code proving that a computer of Appelbaum's had been targeted. On 28 December 2014, Der Spiegel again drew from the Snowden documents to assess the NSA's ability to crack encrypted internet communications. In a separate article, they described how British and American intelligence used covert surveillance to target, often inaccurately, suspected Taliban fighters and drug smugglers for killing. Appelbaum has appeared several times on Democracy Now! As a security researcher, privacy activist, and target of government surveillance. He appeared with Julian Assange on episode 8 and 9 of World Tomorrow, Cypherpunks. He is a contributor to Julian Assange's 2012 book, Cypherpunks, Freedom and the Future of the Internet, along with Andy Mueller-Mogen and Jeremy Zimmerman. Appelbaum was a member of the Outside Volunteer Technical Advisory Board of the Freedom of Press Foundation until 8 June 2016. Technology. In 2005, Appelbaum gave 2 talks to the 22nd Chaos Communication Congress, Personal Experiences, Bringing Technology and New Media to Disaster Areas, and a discussion about modern disk encryption systems. The former covered his travels to Iraq, crossing the border by foot, the installing of internet satellites in Kurdistan, and his visit to New Orleans post-Hurricane Katrina. The latter talk discussed the legal and technical aspects of full disk encryption. At a 2006 23rd Chaos Communication Congress, he gave a talk with Ralph Philip Weinman titled Unlocking File Vault, an analysis of Apple's encrypted disk storage system. The duo subsequently released the File Vault, free software program which broke Apple's File Vault security. Appelbaum has collaborated on several other high-profile research subjects. The Cold Boot Attack, the MD5 Collision Attack, Smart Parking Meter Vulnerabilities. The Open Observatory of Network Interference. Appelbaum regards Tor as a part of an ecosystem of software that helps people regain and reclaim their autonomy. It helps to enable people to have agency of all kinds. It helps others to help each other, and it helps you to help yourself. It runs, it is open, and it is supported by a large community spread across all walks of life. Appelbaum was a Debian developer from 16 September 2013 to 18 June 2016. Appelbaum was also a keynote speaker at ConSilence 2013, organized by National Law School of India University, Bengaluru, on data protection and cybersecurity in India. Activism. Appelbaum represented WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange in a keynote address at the 2010 Hope Conference. FBI agents were planning to detain him after his talk, but organizers slipped him out through an alternate exit in disguise. In August 2013, Appelbaum delivered Edward Snowden's acceptance speech after he was awarded the biannual Whistleblower Prize by a group of NGOs at the Berlin Brandenburg Academy of Sciences and Humanities. Surveillance, airport detention, and WikiLeaks investigation. Appelbaum believes he has been under government surveillance since 2009, to the detriment of himself, his friends, and his close relations. In interviews, he has stated that living in Germany has given him a sense of relief from U.S. surveillance. Appelbaum has described various aggressive surveillance events, and implies that they are related to his work with WikiLeaks, to his privacy activism, and to relationships with other privacy activists, notably reporters linked to Edward Snowden. In December 2013, Appelbaum said that he suspected the U.S. government of breaking into his Berlin apartment. While traveling, Appelbaum has been detained at airports and had his electronic equipment seized several times. In 2010, the U.S. Department of Justice obtained a court order compelling Twitter to provide data associated with the user accounts of Appelbaum, as well as several other individuals associated with WikiLeaks. While the order was originally sealed, Twitter successfully petitioned the court to unseal it, permitting the company to inform its users that their account information had been requested. In September 2013, he testified before the European Parliament, mentioning that his partner had been spied on by men in night vision goggles as she slept. In December 2013, Appelbaum told Berliner Zeitung that he believes he was under surveillance and that somebody broke into his Berlin apartment and used his computer.